Alright guys, Red Raven. Going to be doing my review of Rob Papen's Blue for dancemusicblog.com. So far from what I've used Blue, I absolutely love it. It's a great, powerful synth. Pretty simple to figure out. You have 6 oscillators that are capable of doing RM synthesis, FM synthesis, subtractive synthesis. There's a lot of routing options. You can route them to 1 filter, 2 filters, both filters. Guess I kind of covered that twice. You have the option of turning off the phase resync by clicking this free button here. You can invert the phase. You can turn key track on and off. You can do phase distortion and wave shaping, tuning options like normal. Oscillators A and B have pulse width modulation. You have several nice filter types. You have 6 dB low pass and high pass, 12 dB low pass, high pass, band pass, and notch, and then 24 dB copies of all the 12 dB ones. You also have a ring, comb, and Vox filter, and all of that is duplicated over here on filter B or 2, however you want to say it. If you're not real good at making your own sound, you can click this easy button here, and this allows you to easily change the preset you're already on using things like filters and distortion and things like that. You can change the algorithm, which kind of changes the way the synth routes things. Like you can set it to, like this preset happens to be using algorithm number 2, which sets oscillator C to modulate F, and you can, up here in the synth, you can set whether you want it to be FM, which would be frequency modulation, or ring. You have a phase distortion and wave shaper for all 6 oscillators, as you can see here. You have envelopes for all 6 oscillators, and if you're doing FM synthesis, the volume controls like the depth of modulation, so you can use these envelopes in combination with FM to change the depth of modulation over time, which is a pretty nice little thing you can do, you know. You have the envelopes for your filters and volume here, and you'll notice there's a button right next to it called multi-envelope, and what this allows you to do is set multi-point envelopes with curves and whatnot, that you can route to whatever you want in the mod matrix. If we go over here to the LFO section, you have your LFOs for pulse width modulation on A and B, since those are the only 2 oscillators that have that option. And what tricked me at first is I would have the pulse width modulation knob up and nothing would happen, and I'm sitting here going, you know, why is that? Well, it's because pulse width modulation uses an LFO, and if you don't turn the LFO on, which you do just by setting the speed, if the speed bar is all the way to the left, it is off. So if you drag it up, it turns it on. Boom, you're set. You have your LFOs for filters A and B, tremolo, vibrato, and then you have 4 free LFOs that you can route to whatever you want in the mod matrix. The mod matrix has 10 slots per page and 2 pages, so a total of 20 slots that you can set to route things like your mod wheel on your keyboard, or velocity, or a whole bunch of things like breath controllers, foot pedals, or internal controllers like LFOs, envelopes, and whatnot. You have a step sequencer. You actually have 3 of them. You can set those to different bar lengths and speeds and smoothing. You also have a nice sequencer / arpeggiator, which is 2 pages, each page containing 16 slots, so you could have a 32 step ARP, which is pretty long, so that keeps it more interesting, really. In your effects, you only have 2 effects slots, which is kind of a letdown, but the built-in effects are really nice. They're great quality. There's some really nice ones like the lo-fi stereo widener, Ensemble are a few of my favorites off the top of my head. And if you click global, you have options that control the entire synth, such as global tuning, play mode, which allows you to set, mono, legato, sequencer, or arpeggiator. Unison, you can turn to 2, 4, 6, and then this slider here detunes them. Here's your portamento mode. You have constant rate, constant time, held rate, and held time. And this bar underneath it sets that time. Like if you use 3XOSC or anything, the slide knob, this bar relates to that. Bend range for your mod wheel, chord memory, voices, tempo mode, all that good stuff. And then you also have oscillator A through F, which is all 6, precision. And if you turn this down, it makes it less precise, which models analog synthesizers and how they're not always exact, and it gives it that rough sound a little bit more, which is kind of nice. And then you have more controls over the precision, like the minimum speed, maximum speed, that type of thing. You have an equalizer, low frequency and high frequency. It allows you to set what you consider your low frequency and high frequency, and then you have a bar for the volume, less or plus, whichever way. You have option for dry volume, because if you set any of these oscillators to run dry, right here in the destination box that you have on all 6 oscillators, you actually have to turn the volume for dry sounds up, otherwise you won't hear it in the mix. That threw me off at first. And you have dry pan, and I'm not really sure what this is. It's a EXCON setup. I can't remember. I've read the manual. I just cannot remember what that is. I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's basically the overview. Let me check my time. Okay, 7 minutes, yeah. Doing a complete review on this in 10 minutes is extremely hard, so I'm just kind of basically touching base on all the things you can do. It comes with over 1,700 presets by Rob Papen, since he is such a well-known sound designer, and it is his synthesizers. And they're really high quality presets. Like the first one that loads is a nice little pad. You have some like guitar. You have dubstep presets, DnB presets, hip hop presets, dance presets, R&B presets, effects, percussion, more dubstep, tempo based, ARPs, pads, which are nice if like you have an idea of what to change in your synthesizer, but you're not sure how to go about making it from scratch. You can load a preset and tweak it a lot and get what you're going for, so that's pretty helpful. Overall, I absolutely do. It's well worth the money. Very powerful, and it doesn't use a whole lot of computing power. I mean, my laptop that I use is 0.99 gigabytes of RAM and like 1.8 gigahertz CPU, which is not a whole lot by today's standard, and it's not even a dual processor. So, being able to run like 6 or 7 instances of this, plus all my other song elements, is really helpful, because, before I would always have to export to WAVE, which takes time and it's kind of a hassle, so that's very helpful. And if you'd like to know more, you can go to their website, www.robpapen.com, ROBPAPEN.com. You can read up on all of their synths there. And yeah, that's basically it. So go check out their website if you want to know more. Go check out www.dancemusicblog.com, since that's who this review is for. There will be a lot more reviews coming up over a lot more software, such as more Rob Papen stuff. I believe we have some sound banks to review, and yeah, so just go check out the blog. If you have an idea for a review you would like, let them know, and I'm sure that they can try to arrange that. So yeah, that's it. Peace. Peace.